I told this to Trey, but I'm going to tell it to you guys now. Trey and I actually came up with a good intro to the podcast. So just let us handle this, and then once we're done, you guys can come in. All right? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay, Trey, are you ready?
Yeah, let's get it cracking.
Okay. When you're looking for a place that's full of weebs, come on over to the Anime Drama Dream Team. We are Advent.
Seven.
Advent.
Seven.
Advent.
Seven.
Number one in the hood, G. Woo!
And just like that, we lost anybody who was watching.
Welcome to the Advent 7 podcast for the 2 or 3 people that stuck past that. I am your host, Andrew, and I am joined by...
I am the heart-stopping, pop-locking, smooth-talking master of swag. It's your boy, Trey.
I'm the anti-rap Spencer.
And today, we have a special guest. Alex, welcome to the Advent 7 podcast. How are you feeling today?
I'm Alex, and I'm on the bass.
There you go. Okay. Well, today, your crew, the Advent 7 boys, today we are going to be recapping episode 7 of My Teen Romantic Comedy SNAFU Climax. But first, plugs. First of all, thank you to everyone tuning into our podcast today. It means a lot to us. If you've been keeping up with the show so far but haven't heard our previous recap episodes, please go check them out. There will be links in the description below. For all the latest news and content on anime, video games, and comics, please follow us on Twitter at Advent_7, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check out more of our content at Advent7.com. If you really like the improv rap you just heard, you can definitely get more of that content. Just let us know on Twitter. Let us know here. Let us know in the comments.
Please comment, like, and subscribe. We need the algorithm. Help us defeat the algorithm.
Please, the algorithm is so awful to us. The Rent-A-Girlfriend video currently has like 155 views. Yeah.
Right, you have to like make a thing like that or something, but
okay.
We'll continue.
All right then. Well, now with plugs out of the way, let's move on to the podcast. Starting off, we had the meeting with the 2 people that Zaimokuza got in contact with last episode. Trey, I will let you take this away and let us know what exactly happened.
All right, boys. So, Zaimokuza apparently does have friends outside of Hikigaya. Either he's part of the Gamers Club or he at least knows people in the Gamers Club. He got 2 dudes with glasses who will constantly push them up in the anime style to get the flash. We're bringing them in to help us. They are the unlimited workforce that is free labor for helping get the prom on its feet. Well, not the prom, but the terrible prom. Our terrible prom plan. The morp. We're gonna use the morp.
The
Hikigaya.
Yes. Morp prom.
Yeah, so Hikigaya, after trying to convince them to help, it took a lot of attempts at him trying to be like, it's like, you guys will be helping us. And then it was like, no, say it nicer. We would really need your help in doing something that you're not interested in. Try again, Hikigaya.
Yeah, he wasn't great at selling that. He really, really did not do a good job at selling it. The second time that he tries selling it to them, he tells them, yeah, so you're basically going to be free labor. You know, think of it like joining the Olympics. And they're both immediately like, wow, you're so bad at this. Look, we are totally not going to help you. So Yui has to cover for him and just say, he's a total weirdo. He's just like this. You know, please give him a chance.
Yeah.
Mr. God help us, please.
Yeah. Also, what were their names? Let's see. I think
I don't think they ever gave their names.
I don't think we got their
gave
first
us a
names. But one of them, I think their last name was Hatano, and we never met him before.
Possible.
But the other
one
guys,
of them is related to. Yeah, one of them is related to the girl who was in charge of the dance of the school festival from season 1.
Mm-hmm. Sagami. Yep. Yep. His older sister is the chick that totally screwed up the festival back in season 1. So Holy cow. I did not think that we were going to ever hear about her again. I wasn't happy to hear her name again, but this guy actually seems pretty cool. He agrees to help with the prom because he actually knows his older sister's tendencies and doesn't want her swooping in there to screw things up again.
Yeah.
So,
which is nice. We finally confirmed that the prom is for this graduating class. Or for Hikigaya's graduating class. So it's not for them to put on for the seniors graduating in April for the anime. It's for Hikigaya and his class, the second years right now, who are going to be graduating next April. So that's what. So we officially get confirmation on that. They agree to help because Hikigaya convinces them that if they help, the prom committee doesn't have a lot of manpower right now, so they could easily slip in and be the do-it-yourselfers and make the prom something that everybody would want to go to, including the gamer guys who don't want to go there at all.
Right. But he essentially gives them the ability to help direct what the prom's going to turn out to be the following school year. He's giving them like advance notice on this event so they can do with it as so that they can have some kind of influence on the event.
Yeah. But then we get the realization that they fear Eriha.
Oh God. They
fear and loathe Eriha.
They're just like this monster that just stands atop all of us and just looks down her nose like, mwahahaha.
The second that he mentions Eriha, they're just like, oh my God, her? that awful human
come
being?
Out the mouth.
She has some really bad rumors going on about her. Her reputation easily precedes her as just being an overall, like, very terrifying person. And she is scary. She's probably one of the scariest people in this show. But I just think it's funny how Eriha is a legend overall in their entire school as somebody you do not mess with.
Yeah, it's really sad. And then Hikigaya tries to smooth it over and it still sounds weird.
Well,
you just don't know her. She is terrifying, but you don't know that yet.
He basically tells them you'll eventually get addicted to all the trashiness and wickedness in her.
Yeah.
And Zymakuza and the two gamer dudes are immediately shocked. They just look at him and they're like, this man, he has experience. Oh my gosh.
Experience.
They're like, we respect you deeply. Teach us.
It's very awkward. But yeah, so they finally agree, and we're just going to be doing the whole, okay, we need to come up with a plan that'll work, but is terrible, but is unfeasible. So we got to find the right key phrases and right themes so that it looks like we did effort, but it's not possible because it's out of the budget, not nonsensical, something to that caliber. And they eventually hit on the idea that, well, let's see, we could make this a joint event with a school that we worked with before. Mm-hmm. And it eventually leads them down a path of, well, we do have some connections out there. But before we leave this room, I have to point out something that I don't know if anyone noticed, but there's this face somewhere in the corner of the room, and it's just staring. It's just a silhouette with red eyes and black long hair. I assume it was like one of the board games or something, but just looking at it, it's like, what is that? It's just staring at you. Andrew's definitely going to be putting a screenshot of this in the podcast, but it's just like, if you didn't see it the first time, go back and watch the episode and just look off into the corner and you'll see something.
Yeah. Spencer, Alex, do you guys know what we're talking about?
I'm not sure what you're talking about. Where did you say this was at?
You're talking about when they meet with the other school.
No, it's before they meet with the other school. This is still in the game room. And In the corners, like it shows up 2 times. Once while Hikigai's up at the board, and if you look just past his shoulder, and then again when they move, the camera pans over to the table to see the 2 guys. It's just above their heads, and it's just like, what the fuck is that?
Yep.
I'm going to have to rewatch the episode for that because I didn't see any of that. Because I'm more focused on reading than anything else.
You gotta open your Sharingan, brah.
Trey, I have like really bad astigmatism. It's hard for me to concentrate.
Wait, no. So it's like a person with red eyes and like a blood moon above it.
Yes. That's the first time. The second time, it's just her face.
Yeah, no, I'm seeing it now. I'm stepping back through the episode right now as we speak. And yeah, that just looks like a board game.
Okay. If it's a board game, that's fine. It was hard for us to tell at first. It just, like, I didn't notice it at first either. Trey had to pause
I didn't notice it at all. I didn't see anything like that before.
Yeah, Trey had to pause the episode and rewind and then point it out to me. And I'm like, oh, that's ominous. They didn't have to put that there. Who put that there? Yeah, definitely a good thing to point out. It's probably just a board game. It's probably not haunted. Maybe.
Totally not haunted. Clearly not haunted.
I mean, this is Japan.
Well, this is anime, so they could just throw a whole story out in the last few episodes.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the prom cannot be held this year because ghosts.
There you go. Yeah.
I don't know. It could be ghost stories.
That's where Hikigaya and the gang. Hikigaya and the gang go looking for the ghost of high school or whatever.
This is meant for a teenage audience. This show is not meant to. This show is not meant to have the kind of humor that Ghost Stories has. Ghost Stories is not coming anywhere near this. It's going to be a whole different show then.
I mean, that would require this to be in English, first of all, because the English dub didn't care about what the story was.
No, the English dub made the story better. Let's be real.
The English dub just made it worth watching to begin with.
Yep. It's like, doesn't matter what episode you watch, because it's just like watching Scooby-Doo. Just know who the characters are, and then just go with the punches.
So then, Spencer, we'll hand it off to you. What happens next? How do they bridge into the next scene? Or rather, who was it that suggested the thing they do next?
Basically, what it comes down to is they need to think of a way to make this bigger and better. And like what we were saying earlier is that we bring in other schools. And after a brief discussion of just like, okay, what other thing can we put ourselves under that's not the student council? We get the mention of the captain committee that Hayama's a part of. And we just kind of leave it at that. And we move on into the next day. And Yui and Hikigaya, they go off and they meet up with our 2 characters from season 2 for Synergistic Management Solutions Part Dos.
Well, before that, we did get a small scene because it's Komachi's birthday.
Oh yeah, it's Komachi's birthday, and she got a lot of points for it, but she shouldn't have revealed it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised that they threw that in there. The fact that Hikigaya would be doing anything on Komachi's birthday except celebrating her birthday with her just kind of goes to show how busy he is right now and how important everything is that's going on in his life. And that Komachi's a very, very understanding little sister. Like, she has had Hikigaya's back for quite a while in this series. No, it was an interesting moment. I kind of wondered why it happened. It just seemed kind of rushed in there in the moment, but again, light novel thing, right?
I mean, They set it up ahead of time, like they set it up 3 episodes ago that their birthday was soon.
Oh, did they mention that?
I thought it was only the celebration
that's why
thing.
Yui and Hikigaya were going out. They went to not IKEA.
They went to Ike.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
to try and find a present for her.
Okay.
I thought they were going there because they're like a celebration for getting into the school deal, not birthday.
Yeah.
He said both, so It was like he said, "It's like I need to go shopping for a gift for Kamachi for her graduating or her birthday, either one."
Okay. Okay, cool. I guess I missed that part.
So yeah, just pay off. There's a setup and a payoff, I guess, sort of.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Yui suggests to them that they go meet up with Synergy Man and in his school because they have prior experience working with that school from last season. So it might be a good way to at least build up a better proposal on paper by having another school involved in the planning of it. So they go do that. We get to see Kaori again, and I didn't miss her at all.
Not at all.
I'm not sure how many of us did miss her. Spencer, maybe
it was very just like, yeah, hello, how's it going? It was not as like explosive as I was expecting it to be, or as like poorly planned, because Synergy Man was not using his foreign loan words anymore.
He wasn't.
It's funny because Hikigaya was looking up words on the train over to the library. He was like, I gotta be able to fight this man. I need to know.
Yeah, no, straight up. He's not using any more of the big brain business words. The Synergy Man, by the way, what is his real name? I keep forgetting.
Tanawana?
Tanawawa, or something like that. Anyway, we're going to keep calling him Synergy Man because it's better.
Yeah, clearly it's better.
He has actually stepped up his game. He's become a better student council president and has actually learned how to identify issues in planning events. He actually looks at Hikigaya's whole proposal and says, yeah, so your proposal is too abstract. There's too many weird, not specific details in here. You're going to need to provide something more solid, like a real proper plan. There's no money in this or anything. Come back to us when you've got something real.
Yeah,
And
they like the idea of it, but there's nothing here that would amount to an actual, like, what would be needed to actually start an actual proposal.
Mm-hmm. And it catches Hikigaya completely off guard. Like, he's shocked. He has walked into this battle having not been prepared as much as he thought he was. So what does he do? What does he do to combat that?
Epic rap battle.
Kicks into an epic rap battle.
I was wondering when the rap battle was going to come upon us, considering what the author had put up online during an interview.
I thought we were going to bridge into it.
He even said that this was coming, and I'm just like, oh, is there now?
I thought we were totally going to lead into that more, like it was going to be planned. But no, it just naturally happened out of nowhere. Like,
it was like I was wondering why Synergy Man was fidgeting so fucking much during that whole during the exchange. I was like, oh my god, please stop fidgeting. Please stop fidgeting. You are giving me anxiety. Please stop fidgeting.
Yeah. He's not using the big words anymore, but he's still got the hand movements.
Mm-hmm.
It was more than the hand movements. He was tapping his foot. He was blowing his bangs out of his face. He was doing too much.
He had rhythm. He had big rhythm. It was nuts. And not just pointing out Hikigaya's flaws in his proposal, but even the way that Synergy Man rapped just had better rhythm, better catchy phrases to it. It just sounded better.
Hikigaya gets lyrically slapped during this entire exchange.
Yep. The whole time Yui is recording them with her phone. Also, one of those details just kind of happens. Like, oh, wait, she's got her phone out.
It's like, meanwhile, Kaori lives up to her hype man dreams.
She's driving that. She's providing the backbeat to the whole.
Tell him.
It's like, tell me more. It's not the ticket anymore.
Yeah, so that was pretty epic. Not gonna lie, I was floored by how good Synergy Man was at that. I thought that those two were going to jump onto the plan immediately. I did not expect that they were going to actually be prepared and look at the plan and say, wow, it sucks. Come back to us when you properly plan something out. It's like, whoa.
And the whole rap battle just kind of ends with just like, we're not on the same page here. You need to tell us what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like if you read their lyrics, it's like, oh yeah, no, he's got good points.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you look at Hikigaya's lyrics, he's actually still bullshitting.
I mean, he's bullshitting, but he's also telling them that they have a second plan.
Yeah. They have an ulterior motive for what they're doing. And that comes through in the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
But like everything else in this show, is like, words are not getting across.
There's always, I didn't realize Hikigaya said when it comes to about money, don't worry, there's always crowdfunding.
Yeah, he's
like,
using Synergy Man's tactics against him.
But yeah, so that whole rap battle comes to an end, and they basically just break for the day and say, we still have some time to figure this out. And then going outside, we learned that they also don't really have words coming across. Tamanawe he's just kind of trying to subtly ask Kaori out. And she's just like, nope, we're going home.
Oh, yeah, I felt bad for him.
It's like, oh, man.
It's like, that's not the
guy
ticket.
felt it. He's just like, I don't know why, but
good luck.
Good luck, dude. Good luck.
Yeah,
that's all I can say for you,
doing
man.
what you're doing.
Yeah, definitely going to need it. You know, and they hinted at that last season, too. So I think that's particularly why Synergy Man was blowing his bangs so much and was so fidgety as soon as Hikigaya entered the room, because he knows about the history between those two and like views Hikigaya as a rival, maybe. So I mean like it's natural that Synergy Man would be put off by Hikigaya because they're like polar opposites in the way that they conduct themselves.
So his name is damn it, I just had it. It's
Tamanawa.
Tamanawa.
His real name is Synergy Management Solutions. That is his full first, middle, and last name, and I will not accept another answer. Synergy Management Solutions.
Yes, Tamanawa. Incorporated. Yes, thank you, Alex.
That's the suffix.
That's the ticket.
Okay, so yeah, they wrap up. You know, they didn't really get too much gain from that, but it didn't sound like Synergy Man and Kaori were entirely opposed to the idea. They just said, come back to us when you've got a better idea. So they might still show up again. They might be useful in the future. But anyways, they go back to the school and report into the two gamer dudes again and Zymakusa. And what do they just kind of go over in that moment?
Well, to start,
we get up.
Yahalo.
Yahalo's
come in full force.
They get annoyed by it, but they're like, "Oh, what's this?" So Yahalo.
Right.
And it's like, what is Yahalo? We don't understand. It's like, team, we shall now start every meeting in unison. Yahalo. And Yui's just kind of like, please no, this is embarrassing now. That's supposed to be my thing. Please stop.
I thought it was
And
great.
then they just kind of play along with it. And they all just say Yahalo. And Yui just gets just ticked off. He's just like, no, that's mine.
It's like, that's
Stop
my
it.
thing. No, it's mine.
I was
like,
genuinely surprised.
No.
I thought that she would like it. You know, I thought that she would like everybody embracing it, but no, she was actively against it. Maybe it's because it wasn't cute girls saying it. This time it was a bunch of creepy dudes.
No, it's not cute. They didn't say it cute enough. They're just like, Yahalo.
Yeah. Yahalo.
It's like they are not her friends and they are not cute girls. So it's just like, no.
They are not allowed to use it.
Oh, well.
Yeah, so moving past the Yahalo, it's just, it's a lot of more planning to getting the fake prom on track. We've got designs for their webpage. And
Yeah, they actually have designs.
Yeah,
like social media
website designs, references for social media, all that stuff.
They're playing it serious. Like I thought it looked good.
They make like a name for their project and everything. Which I think I forget his name. Zymakusa. I can't say his goddamn name.
Yeah. Zymakusa.
Zymakusa. He even makes it up, and they go with that. You know.
And to everyone's surprise, he's like, "Oh, this is actually not a bad name. yeah, we're gonna go with this.
Zaimakaze got his moment. He had his time to shine.
And he's trying to explain himself. He's like, I need to explain it. They're like, don't explain anything. Just shut up.
Just give it to us. Like we'll take the name. You don't need to explain any further.
It's like Zaimakaze also brought a camera and like a bunch of books on photo taking. I'm assuming that's part of location scouting, maybe?
Either location scouting or being the answer to the PTA's concerns about pictures and stuff. Just learning to do it themselves, so that they don't have to have on paper anyone else taking the pictures. They just have a student doing everything for them.
Yeah.
Going back into this is all necessary for free labor.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's the easiest road, really. Instead of having to hire somebody else, they just do it themselves. It's free.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah. I just want to read off the title that Zaimakaze came up with. It's called Sobu High School Prom, the Psycho Project. Which, psycho, I'm pretty sure means, like, the best or amazing. Is that right, Alex?
But it also sounds like Psycho.
I'm pretty sure it's awesome.
It's awesome. Okay. Yeah. Alex, you lived in Japan for like 2-3 years, so I figure if any of us would know, it'd be you.
I'm pretty sure it's awesome, or I think cool is also the correct way, but someone else correct me if you can look it
something
up.
in like that connotation. So it's a pretty cool title. I like it.
It also sounds like the Psycho Project, like nuts.
Yeah, this is a terrible project. Why would you want this?
Okay. So what happens after that?
I don't think much. I think they go on break, and then afterwards, I think Hachiman meets Yukino outside.
Right. Yeah.
They have the discussion.
Yeah, it runs
They
into
have
her by
their
I'm trying to think of the
bullshit.
discussion is, but my memory's like a fish, so someone has to help me fill it in.
This part was kind of abstract. The conversation that Yukino and Hikigaya have, whenever they talk to each other, it's like a game of chess. You gotta kind of look into the subtext there, what they're really talking about. What are they really saying to each other?
It starts out with just some of their usual kind of poking at each other banter that we've seen. We haven't seen a whole lot of
In the last
as
few
of late.
episodes.
I think
But
this
yeah,
like
they
whole
were
season,
just,
you don't really see any of it.
Yeah. It's like the conversation starts off with Hachiman kind of just he's shooting the shit, but it doesn't make any sense. Yukino literally says, "I don't understand a millimeter of what you've just said."
Yeah, they're just misusing the word refined and just bullshitting. And that's really what all it is just kind of shooting the shit and just having a chat when they haven't really had a chat in a little while.
Mm-hmm.
I think just to backtrack a bit, I think Hachiman was supposed to go meet Hayato before he saw Yukino outside.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he sees him standing out there, and he's just like, do I go out there now, or do I take the opportunity to talk with her? And he chooses to talk with Yukino.
I mean, she catches him, so.
And Yukino buys
Oh no,
herself.
he wanted her to talk to him. I mean, he stood there just kind of waiting. He's like, he wants to talk to her.
Yeah, and she buys herself a Max's coffee, by the way.
Yeah, she kind of misses him.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty funny.
But yeah, they just kind of talk for a bit, and they get started talking about it's like, how's your planning going? Oh, good, smoothly. How about yours? Yeah, it's going fine. It's going good. I got a coffee here. You want the coffee? He's like, sure. And she's going to get up and go on her way, but Hikigaya just like, no, I'm going to get you one as well. Mm-hmm. Like it's kind of he's being a little bit forceful, but he's trying to be nice to her and get something for her as well.
Yeah.
Always an argument with you.
Yeah.
He's super stubborn. She knows it. We all know it. So
yeah,
when he wants it a certain way, it's going to happen a certain way. If a
She
prom
talks
is going
about-
to happen, it's because he's going to fight her for it. When it's for her in the first fucking place.
So yeah, she brings up, it's like, you makes a weird point of saying, it's like, you don't have to do this. You don't normally go overboard like this. And his immediate response is, this is how I normally am. I don't know what you've been looking at. And then Yui comes in.
She just sort of sees them, and she's like, "Oh, hi.
Jealous.
How's it going?" Yeah, she's jealous. She really is.
Hello.
It's like, oh, hi. She misses Yukino as well, but at the same time, she's just like, you're sitting next to him, all alone.
Well, it's like things are different now, and I think she's the one who realizes.
Oh yeah, she very much realizes that things are different, and she wants their friendship to continue. And they keep going back and forth, saying, "You understand what I'm trying to say, right? Like you understand? It's like I've been helping Hiki a lot. It's like, and I have a wish that I want to come true. I hope that your wish doesn't come true." It's like, "Oh yeah, I have a wish as well." It's like, "I hope yours comes true as well." It's like, "Do you really understand what I'm saying?" It's like, "Oh yeah, I think we have the same wish."
I have no idea what they're saying. I don't know what the hell they're talking about anymore. Wishes and
I don't really quite
intentions.
understand exactly what they're saying either. And Hikigaya puts it pretty clearly at the end. Is like, we all know that there's an easier way to say this, but none of us think that it's the right way to do it, even though it probably is the right way to do it, but it's their feelings on the matter.
They're a bunch of dumb high school kids. They're not going to be able to just say it straight.
Especially this group.
Yeah. I assume the wish they're talking about is reference back to the end of season 2 / the start of this season. Whatever the service club competition of whoever does the best by the end of the year gets the control of the others.
Yeah, I have to guess. That's the only thing that I can really trace it back to is that end scene from season 2, which again was also pretty layered and pretty full of subtext. And I don't think they ever said anything straight. Just a lot of tears and a lot of close-ups on their faces.
Yeah.
When I saw that ending of season 2 5 years ago, I had no idea what was going on. Like, I thought it was cool. I'm like, wow, it's so dramatic. But if somebody had asked me in that moment, so what are they talking about? I wouldn't know. I wouldn't be able to describe it. I'd be like, they're talking about amusement parks because they're at an amusement park. Yeah.
No.
They were at an aquarium,
and Yui gave him cookies. Yeah, that was the whole thing. No, there's so much subtext, really.
Yeah. But yeah, Yui goes on to list off all the things she wants to do with Yukino once this prom business is over. Just basically, she wants a friend. She wants her friend to be her friend again.
She doesn't want all this pain.
Yeah. They've been through hell and back. These kids really do deserve just a moment to be and, enjoy their friendship.
They need a moment to breathe.
Yeah.
Well, we're not getting that.
No, because we're only on episode 7, boys. We still got 5 more to go. Give it up for day 15! Day 15! Yay!
I do like to point out that during that whole conversation between Yui and Yukino, the first opening was being played in a down tempo way, and no vocals, down tempo style. So it's just like the emotional build.
Mm-hmm.
It's the stuff that'll tug at your heartstrings if you're not paying attention.
This show definitely likes
music
to
just adds an extra little bit onto it. It's just like, oh man, just like, here we go. Just they want so much, but they just don't feel like they can have it, or even at some point even deserve it.
Which is nuts.
Yeah.
And I blame Yukino's parents, her whole family, for that being her case. I blame Hikigaya's really, really bad luck throughout his life for him being the way he is. And then I blame both of them for turning Yui into being just as hard to talk and interact with as them. albeit she had her own issues from the beginning. But I definitely feel like she's just kind of absorbed some of their energy by this point in the whole series.
Well, yeah, because in the beginning, she was
went
like a normal
from-
girl, you know? Like, normal, trying to
She
fit
seemed
in.
a lot more normal to me in the beginning, yeah.
She went from saying just what everyone thought she was supposed to say to trying to move to saying what she wants to say.
Mm-hmm.
And now she's in a position of she's not really sure how to say what she wants to say.
Mm-hmm.
Say that's cyclical of me.
Yeah,
But,
well,
yeah.
she's had genuine
You understand, right?
growth. Yeah, she's
The
had
show
real
is
character.
Yeah.
No, but you're right. You're totally right. So I mean, they're all growing in their own ways, and it's good. By the end of the series, everybody's going to be drinking Max's coffee. The prom is going to become one gigantic Max's coffee advertisement. I'm telling you guys.
They're going to have the
banners.
dance inside of a Max's coffee can.
No, the punch bowls have to be filled with Max's coffee. There needs to be like a fountain just like artfully spouting up Max's coffee. Just need all of that.
Max's coffee tuxedos.
Absolutely.
Nah, that's going to look ugly, though. It's a very ugly yellow.
Okay, I have to look this up. Is it real? Is Max's coffee actually a real coffee brand?
It's called Max Coffee, and it's George. I think George is the brand, not G, like just normally spelled George,
Yeah.
or like Georgia, if I remember right.
Yeah, that's
I
what
remember
so,
seeing,
yeah.
but the anime spells it differently because, you know, copyright and crap. And I'm trying to think back to my time and looking at vending machines at like 2 in the morning. So that's what I was doing at 2 in the morning, looking at vending machines in Japan. Just remember, I'm going based off age memory.
Okay, I'm on the Origairu subreddit right now, and somebody posted a whole article called Max Coffee Guide to Tokyo.
So, yes, Max Coffee exists.
Well,
But it's not Max's, it's Max Coffee.
from what I'm reading, it looks like this person went to Japan and they tried searching it, and they walked for many hours through Tokyo, stopping by nearly every vending machine that they saw, and they couldn't find it. So it sounds like this is definitely just a fun fake brand. Either that or it's very, very niche. So
Because you got Coffee Boss, and there is a Max Coffee. I'm looking at a shifter right now that's made of a Max Coffee can.
Ooh, wait a second. Okay,
So,
the
like I
first-
said, it's called just Max Coffee.
Max. It's just called Max Coffee. Yeah.
Like I was trying to tell you, the show they spin it off because of, you know, copyright and crap.
That makes sense. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just it's really called Max Coffee. Yeah, because the first commenter here says you should have gone to Lalaport, Tokyo Bay. According to Volume 12 and the author's tweet, apparently there is a vending machine which only sells Max Coffee near there, but only for a limited time until July. Yeah. So that explains the giant ass Max Coffee machine that we saw by Ike. Okay, cool.
I wonder if it's actually next to an IKEA in Japan for real.
I think they have IKEA in Japan. Unless, I don't know.
They definitely do. That would be hilarious. He just goes to the real life IKEA and Max Coffee machine and just says, "Okay, this is the setting for this scene. It works." All right. I was genuinely curious about that. It's kind of like with Trash Taste and how they drink Strong Zero on the show. I'm just curious. I want to try it.
You don't even like
Strong?
coffee.
Holy shit. You're
it
right. I
strong?
don't. You're right. You're absolutely right. I don't. But I'm curious. And I think I found the Max Coffee can brand. Yeah, dude, it looks just like the can in the show. It looks exactly the same. It just says Max instead of Maxis. Fucking beautiful. Okay.
That's what
You can drink it. It'll be an experience. It's like, yes, Max Coffee.
Very bitter.
I still don't like coffee.
Was it worth the $30 I spent to import it here? Nope. But I tried it. It was an experience, and I can remember this. Awesome.
I bet they sell it at the Asian market here locally.
Maybe. We'll see. I went to the market with Trey a few weeks ago to see if they had Strong Zero, and they didn't. So
Strong, it's because it's just called Strong, and Strong's an alcoholic drink.
yeah. It's
I mean, they have
it's a
alcohol there.
Suntory drink. They only had
it's
like very
Strong's-
traditional booze. at that store.
Yeah, Strongs are like wine coolers over there. And I'm going to just leave it at that. Because I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about alcohol.
We are. We don't care.
I've already said some stuff about alcohol in this show, so we're not. We don't have a lot of boundaries.
So basically, what Strongs do to you is they mess you up pretty good in like 1 or 2 because their alcohol content is like 8% or some crap like that.
Yeah,
wow.
I think it's 9%. I've heard on the Strong Zero show. I mean, the Trash Taste show, not the Strong Zero show. that they call it colloquially the Gaijin killer. It
is. It really is.
Man,
it is a Gaijin killer because I still remember all those years ago when I first had a Strong. After like 2, I was done, and just about everyone else I knew was done.
Holy shit!
Same with Red Horse.
Oh my god!
We don't have Red Horse on base, but that's a Filipino drink, and people are drinking that in Strongs because they're cheap.
That's it. I'm sold. I'm absolutely sold. I definitely want to try Strong Zero now. I want to get totally shit faced off of 5 Strong Zeros and wind up.
You'll die on the first.
In like
2 beers. Like that's going to just blackout drunk you.
Yes, it will, and it's going to be the greatest experience of my life.
But then
all right, after I get the camera.
After he's drinking, of
course.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna have to buy it online because I don't know any stores.
Drink a strawberry. No one sells it because it doesn't last on the way here.
Overseas?
I see.
Maybe. It's like
just like Fanta melon soda, they don't sell it here. Like actual Fanta melon soda for the same reason. I don't think it lasts on the journey.
Oh, I see. That kind of sucks. By the way, before we move on any further, I just want to sidetrack for a moment and let the audience know listening in case you haven't figured it out yet. Our friend Alex here did live in Japan for a short amount of time because he was stationed there because he was part of the Marines. And back during Christmas of 2013, I actually visited Alex for a short few days, about 4 days. I met up with him in Tokyo for a brief vacation. We hadn't seen each other in a while. And yeah, we had fun. We went around town exploring. And last podcast, this came up because Trey mentioned while we were talking about the Caesarea that the main characters eat at in the last episode to plan out their strategy for finding a way to make Yukino's prom happen. We talk about Caesarea, and Trey happens to see that on Google, if you look up Caesarea, people frequently also search for Denny's. So that led me onto a very painful PTSD memory path, remembering the things that Alex and I did on that trip. And I made sure to explain to the audience in that episode that you wanted to go eat at Denny's when we were in Tokyo.
Denny's are forever, dude.
It's like, yes, Alex, could you explain this story from your perspective? I've only heard Andrew.
I've only heard it from Andrew's perspective as well. I'm kind of interested in this right now.
Such fucking blasphemy. I want people to hear this.
So I suggested Denny's because I haven't had like real American food or like real food, but it wasn't Japanese in like, I don't know, like 2 years at that point, or a year and a half or some crap. I wanted Denny's. That's plain and simple. That was it. I wanted American pancakes, goddammit, and some goddamn bacon.
We could have gone anywhere else, but you had to go to Denny's.
It had to be a Denny's, Andrew. There's no other way it could have been done.
I get
unless there's a Waffle House there.
Like,
we could have gone to a Waffle House if they have Waffle House there, but I don't think they do.
Damn it.
We couldn't have at least gone to like an Outback or something. It had to be Denny's.
No, I hate Outback.
What the fuck? But you would pick Denny's over Outback.
Yes, I would, and I do still.
I spent so much money just to come visit you. I was only there for 4 days. You could have waited to go to Denny's until I left.
No.
But you had to go there that night.
No,
I had to physically
we had to
drag
go on
you
an adventure,
away
Andrew,
from that
and we
Denny's.
didn't know where Denny's was, so we went to Denny's.
We did not
now
eat at Denny's. You ate at Denny's. I ate at ramen at a ramen shop because that's what you do in Tokyo when you're a foreigner.
Or that's what I did back in.
You kept us from going to the
too.
Gundam Cafe. We could have eaten at the Gundam Cafe together, but no, you had to have curry instead. You had to have Denny's. You had to have curry. We had to eat at McDonald's. Fuck! I was only there 4 days, you asshole.
I never said I was a good friend, Andrew. I just said I liked having adventures.
So there you go, folks. There you have it. That's both sides of the story. I was right. I win. Just needed to throw that out there. I promised you all that we would get the full story, and now we have. So moving on, what were your guys' thoughts on the freaking episode?
Denny's.
The episode, more or less, it was one of the slower episodes so far. Not too much happened. Just some planning set up for future episodes, and just a little check-in with Yukino, and that was about it.
Yeah, we're heading towards the end here, but they gotta stretch it out. Like I said, we're gonna get. I swear, if they somehow blue ball us by just not showing us the prom at all.
Oh, geez. Yeah, Spencer, I think you predicted a few podcast episodes ago that we would probably see the prom by like episode 8 or 9. But it seems like we're not going to get to see it at all because they're planning for something that's going to happen the following school year.
No. I mean,
so what do we even get?
We're going to have to get to it. We're still 2 episodes out. We could still start to see the beginnings of stuff. Granted, prom and stuff would probably, because I think there's 12 episodes.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess prom happening either 11th or 12th episode, and that being the capstone of it.
Mm-hmm.
But
there could be a time skip.
That's always a possibility. But right now,
this late in the game, I'm not sure, but maybe.
It's like a time skip in the middle of an episode. Let's see what that does.
That just messes with people. It's like, wait, what just happened?
I get the vibe that the climax that we're really reaching up to at this point is going to be just Yukino telling off her mom to her face or something. Like, we're going to see her mom again. We know that for sure.
That would be very nice.
Yeah, I want somebody to do it. Even Hiratsuka wouldn't do it. Eriha is... Surprisingly, Eriha is the only one who told off Yukino's mom to her face, saying, look, if the PTO people have problems that their kids going to this prom, that's the parents' problem. It has nothing to do with us. You need to get off your high horse, lady. Like,
I mean, Eriha has no skin in the game.
She would have went for the jugular had Hiratsuka not held her back.
I wish that she still tried.
Yeah.
Like, she's still a student. She can't sass her elders like that. This is Japan, remember?
But this is also
she's gotten
2020.
too used to giving shit to
Japan 2020.
Hikigaya now.
Mm-hmm.
We got new age ideologies going on here. We got kids being more independent of their parents and learning how to be their own people. Our main characters, they're growing. They're learning how to say no.
Are they, though?
Screw
Are they
tradition.
really?
Oh, we'll find out in future episodes if that's the case or not.
Right. Okay. Well, then, I guess, are there any other closing thoughts that you guys have on this episode or anything that we didn't cover yet that you guys wanted to go over?
I'll be interested to see next episode how Hikigaya and Hayama's talk goes.
Right.
Since Hayama was one of the other people that is kind of aware of what Hikigaya gets up to with like his plans and stuff, and also kind of sees just like how kind of destructive this is and how he's going to react to his plans now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be interested to see what he thinks of them.
Yeah.
And we're going to have another visit from our favorite troublemaker.
Who's that?
Who's that?
It's like Haruno's back, it looks like.
Oh no.
Is she back?
if this, I'm pretty sure that's her.
I actually didn't get a chance to see the episode preview this time. What?
Also,
Is she in it?
yeah, she is. But also, mad props to how creative all the previews for the next episode are. This one, Hikigaya keeps trying to get his rap game up.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. It's like I don't know. It depends on
Each
its
episode's
synergistic
gonna have a
solutions.
rap battle now.
It
Like,
should. It should. That was clearly the highlight of this episode by a long shot. I think
Oh,
we
yeah,
can all agree.
absolutely.
By the longest of shots.
The
I
author
had to
did
pause
not.
for just a moment when I realized that the rap battle was starting. She's just like all of a sudden the music shifted and they started rapping, and I had to just pause and just start laughing my butt off. I'm just like, oh my god, it's actually here. This is real.
The author did
If I
not
did-
let us down.
The author did
followed
not let us
through.
down.
Trolling, because you know how authors are. Sometimes they just troll. No, they weren't trolling, man.
Mm-hmm.
They really
It was
did
a legit rap battle.
Somebody should send a clip of that rap battle to the epic rap battle, guys.
Yeah.
They haven't been doing stuff in a while, so I don't know.
You could still send the clip anyway, so those guys have social media or something. Send it their way.
Anime epic rap battles.
They deserve to know, at least.
There is a guy who's doing anime/video game style rap battle, so maybe we should send it to them. So since we have Alex here and we don't know if he's going to be coming back, Alex, what do you think of the show overall so far? I heard you kind of binge watched it, kind of like I did. So I want your thoughts before we go.
I
Do you make you
rewatch
want
all of
Japanese
it.
Denny's?
Yeah, I actually do.
I hate you.
I'm gonna go back to Denny's again over there, man, just to give you a big middle finger. But
Yeah, so Alex, I'm
thing-
glad that you enjoyed being on this podcast. We're never going to have you again, but it was great having you here to, spread the joy.
of Denny's.
Of Denny's?
All right,
Yeah.
but in all seriousness, my overall thoughts when I rewatched all of it is like, wow, there's a lot of things I missed out the first two times when I, watched season 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
there's a lot of like you guys are talking the subtext and all that kind of crap going
Just,
on.
just the little character interactions.
It blows
And
my
you-
mind how when I binged the whole past couple seasons with Trey leading up to the premiere of season 3, there's a lot of things they talk about in season 3 that actually were planted as early as the first episode of season 1. You notice
Yeah.
those slight nuances. You're like, oh my god, they actually did do good work by setting up character growth as soon as the first episode. It really is there. You just got to be looking for it. The first season is not nearly as direct on all the drama.
It's just setting up. It's just setting up their characters and how they are,
Yeah.
how they interact with one another.
And season 2 is kind of where you start to become more cognizant that there is something going on here between all the characters. If you didn't catch on to it by season 1's end, you definitely caught into it with season 2. You could really see there were underlying problems that had been there. And so season 3 is just kind of them figuring it out, right?
It's their
Yeah.
resolution.
Yeah.
I'm just more surprised there's not more Hyman in their group, in season 3, because they're really there in season 2 and 1. That's kind of they're the people that kind of I don't want to say ruined their plans, but they meddled with how they interacted with one another, like Hachiman with Yukino and Yui. They're kind of there and involved with what they're doing for the first 2 seasons, and then season 3 they just sort of put them in the background.
Yeah. Yeah, there really hasn't been a lot of room for Hayama in this season so far. We
There's
haven't.
not been a whole lot of room for side characters in general.
Yeah.
Side characters, what are those?
I'm
Do we
hap-
have other people in the school?
At least we've seen a little bit more of some side characters this season. Season 2, it felt like they didn't exist at all.
I mean, we made room for more important side characters at the time, like synergistic solutions.
Yeah, we had to introduce those guys.
And Eriha.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's she's not a side character. She's more like just a B character. She's on the set. She's up front, but she's just slightly towards the back.
Okay. Well then, is there anything else we didn't cover at all? Anything?
I think that pretty well covers the episode.
Okay.
See?
All right. Well, then,
that sounds good to me.
thank you, everybody, for taking time to tune in to our podcast today. My name's Andrew.
I'm the man, Trey.
I'm Spencer.
And I'm Alex. And we're sponsored by Denny's of Japan.
No, we are not. We are sponsored by Maxis Coffee, Ike, and McRonald. Screw Japanese Denny's. Japanese Denny's can go burn. Please check out our previous podcasts. We do this every week, unfortunately, where we recap every episode of SNAFU as they come out. Please subscribe to us on Twitter at Advent_7. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And let us know in the comments below what you thought of this episode and if there's anything we didn't cover today. Okay.
Also, please suggest if you want us to talk about anything else, please leave your suggestions down below. I would like to suggest Infinity Train because there's stuff that I would like to talk about, and I know people will like to hear it.
We could do a talk show over Infinity Train. That'd be pretty cool, actually. I still need to get caught up.
Demon Slayer.
Or Demon Slayer.
So that's what I mean. The Demon Slayer, the Infinity Train movie, or the
the one on HBO, the Cartoon Network one.
Oh, I remember seeing the pilot, and I like the pilot.
Yeah, no, the show's fantastic, and there's a lot of character stuff like in the show. So,
all right, well, I think we're going back into another conversation, so I think we need to just wrap it up.
We should cut this off.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm just saying.
Well, then,
leave your suggestions in the comments, people. Get the algorithm.
We'll talk about more weeb stuff. We'll talk about cartoon stuff. Just give us the feedback. All right. Thank you for listening, everybody. We will see you all next time. Yeah, goodbye.
Yeah, goodbye.
Goodbye.
We out.